funding the Taliban and funding the Iraqi government. Now, I don't know if this is like post invasion or, you
I was gonna
know,
ask what year was that? Yeah.
yeah, it's in the news today. And they tried to delete all the data, but because they're incompetent, the Doge team was able to recover all the data from the servers. They thought they deleted all the financial evidence. So, yeah, they're doing hearings. Like I really want to listen to this whole JFK assassination hearing because there's so much in there, and they did bring up Epstein. It's just so easy to make Epstein go away, but not by not thinking about him. But when you realize that he really was running one of the most sophisticated and long-running honeypot operations like in human history, and his connection to Ghislaine Maxwell, it opens up a lot of questions. And The other one is what's his name? I mean, it's God. He got. Oh, is P Diddy? Is P Diddy was running his own Epstein honeypot operation with all these celebrities and other and politicians? Like, there's just so many photos of P Diddy. Did you know P Diddy invested in X with Elon Musk when he took it over?
I
Um,
had no idea. That's crazy.
yeah, this is also crazy. Is that there's a dispensary near my house that sells marijuana, and it's owned by P Diddy. He's got so
He
much
won't go to
money.
jail.
I know, and his kids are just like they must be living the high life. They must be so freaking rich, and I don't know. They may have frozen his assets. They probably
They
froze his
probably did.
assets.
He's in the same jail as that guy Sam Friedman,
Sam
the guy
Bankman,
who owned
yeah,
what's it called, FX or whatever the fuck it's called or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, he's in the same jail as him. They did an interview with him while he was in the jail, and he's like one of the guy who was interviewing was like, the P Diddy's also locked up in the same prison you are. And he's like, yeah, I know. Da, da, da. Like, I didn't even know that he was in jail right now, P Diddy. I had no idea until I listened to that interview. So
This is somebody in my chat said that Epstein is Donald Trump's connection. That like the conspiracy is that Trump was is being blackmailed, or that this is why fake news is like a big business, because you can say anything, you can make up any kind of conspiracy that you can possibly create that sounds good, and if you present it professionally, it's all just hypnosis. Nobody knows the truth. Nobody. Donald Trump knows the truth, um, which is kind of interesting. But like, to me, he doesn't seem like he's caught up in all of this. He seems so independent and like, fully himself. But people are going to complain. And everybody on this app, you can go into a bunch of rooms that are just like Jew hate rooms. And they have their conspiracies, they have their prejudice. And there's really just no evidence to support it. Really, the problem is people don't go within. So, like, they'll blame other countries, but they'll never blame their own government. So, a lot of the African Americans on this app that are J word haters, or other racists on this app that say the word the Jews all the time, they're unwilling to examine their own government. And they're all just a bunch of bullshit artists.
yeah, that's something that I've definitely noticed here on this app too. They need to worry about that shit before worrying about the Jews. Yeah.
This is the meaning of the teaching.
But when you come into some of the rooms, bro, and you do you demolish some of these fucking retards on here. It's fucking hilarious, bro. It's just too funny.
Yeah, I think this is a roast app. And like, honestly, I think roast communication is like very healthy for a group of people because it's basically a catharsis and everybody's laughing. And then you point out people's own absurdity to them. So, I don't know if you've ever been a part of a roast, but like when my dad retired, he gave a roast. Or he go like my dad would get invited to people's like parties to roast, to do a roast. I don't know. It's like, but it's just a format, meaning you can go on YouTube and watch like the Dean Martin roast, the Johnny Carson roast. It's a comedy show. So people on this app want to make it a tragedy or a drama, but the Benoni makes it into a comedy.
Yeah, I've seen some roasts. The roast of Tom Brady. Who else was it? Whatever. I've seen a couple other ones. Tom Brady one was fucking hilarious. But yeah, most of the people on here are comedy, in my opinion. Really look at it like fucking idiots. Most of the people on this app. Let's see here. What's up, Matt?
Hey, how's it going?
Matt, you always like pop into my room and then you just pop right out. Like, why do you bother?
Well, I find out that a lot of the rooms you're in is just yourself.
Oh, you're trying to see like what I'm listening to?
Well, I generally like to come in and have some dialogue, but often it's you broadcast things, so that's why I pop out, to be quite honest.
Oh, but you never say anything. You just like come up
Because
and then you leave.
you're broadcast. I don't think I could be mistaken, but I just assumed you wouldn't stop your broadcasting if like you were in rooms intending to broadcast, not have dialogue. I usually just pop in rooms. It's not personal. I usually just pop in rooms that have dialogue. And most of the time, I think you have your rooms where you just broadcast, if I'm not mistaken.
Got it. Well, create a ticket and submit a complaint.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I respect it's just not for me.
Got it. Like I said, create the ticket, put it in the complaint file, and see what happens. See if there's a response to the complaint.
I pop into your room sometimes and just to see like what's going on, and then I'll just try to go find the actual room itself.
I know. I like people who use me as like a tool to like do discovery, because a lot of people on this app like, they'll hear my room and they'll be like, "Oh, what room is that? What room is that?" Like they want to go there and get the source, but they use me as the discovery.
Yeah, you have like 15 rooms going on at once, so.
Right.
You always seem to be like on top of what's going on, like the drama that's going on.
I know, because this is like its own, parallel society. So it's amazing how people, when they're late to the convo, they want to get the skinny, they want to get the latest, and it's in that way, it's like a celebrity gossip uh, platform, or it's there's so many crazy rooms on this app. There are so many big room, crazy rooms, cliques you've never heard of. You think it's a small world, but it's like you go into these other cliques and you're like, oof, I don't, there's no desire to know any of the speakers, but it's interesting nonetheless. There's a lot of interesting accents, and it's really the African Americans on this app, in my opinion, which is like the untouched gold. If you could transmute, Black People podcast and just basically pirate Clown House, like it, and if you were to run ads on it, I think people would listen to it because it's the craziest content. And even for international, listeners to listen to African Americans having like crazy conversations, like they just, they can't even like they have to translate it. It's just like, what is this even? It just causes chaos, but it's interesting still.
They're probably like, I'm never going to fucking America in my life. Our Americans are crazy as fuck. Oh man, they remind me of the Muslims, bro. They're like, they want to act
act like they're all brother and sister, and then when it comes down to it, they all fucking attack each other and go after each other when there's no one else to attack. Oh man, some of them are just fucking idiots on this app. I swear, man. Especially the Black Hebrew Israelites. Those are the stupidest people I've ever encountered on this app. I think they're dumber than the fucking Muslims that exist on this app. But yeah, it's been a crazy 4 years on this app, that's for sure.